So good morning everyone. So we'll continue the discussion on biomass energy. So today we are going to see how to create energy from the biomass. So in the last class we have seen the different biomass energy resources. So what are the different processes to create energy from biomass is what we are going to discuss today. Okay. So let us begin without any further delay. Yeah, these are the biomass to energy conversion methodologies. There are two platforms in general: thermochemical conversion and biochemical conversion. In thermochemical conversion, you can see there are three different methods: burning or direct combustion, gasification, and pyrolysis, liquefaction. So these are the three different methods in under thermochemical conversion. And coming to the biochemical conversion, there are two methods: anaerobic digestion and fermentation. And the products, intermediate and the final products, and the application are also given in this diagram. The first one, direct combustion. Steam will be produced, I mean, by directly burning the biomass. We can convert water to steam, and that steam could be used in a turbine to produce electricity, or the steam directly could be used in a, we can have a cogeneration plant also. The gasification, the intermediate product is gas, and finally you can have electricity, and using pyrolysis again further you can have electricity. And coming to the biochemical conversion, you can see using anaerobic digestion you can have either the fuel or electricity. So first we can produce some fuel which can be used for either for producing thermal energy or electricity. Then apart from these two platforms, you can have extraction from oil seeds. That is a method of production of biodiesel, bio-oils. The process known as transesterification. That is a process through which the seeds of certain plants are converted to bio-oils or biofuels. So here the different resources and the end products and application are shown in a flow diagram. So from goods, energy crops and waste biomass, using biological conversion process, you can have either alcohol fuels or biogas which can power automobile or any machinery which use internal combustion engines. Then the same resources, if we convert using thermal conversion, you can have syngas or biofuel derived gasoline again for propulsion or for generating heat or power. Then from aquatic biomass or seed crops, using chemical conversion, you can have plant oil derived diesel, biodiesel or biofuel. Okay. So these are the final products in the biomass to fuel conversions: alcohol, biogas, syngas, gasoline, and diesel fuel, depending on the production process. So let us see the three different methods under thermochemical platform: direct combustion or incineration. It is also known as incineration. Gasification, Third one is pyrolysis. So biomass direct combustion. You can see the incinerator here. So the different parts of the incineration system is shown, starting with the handling and ending with the fan and chimney. So there will be a collection system and a belt conveyor, stopper, clarifier, vibrating grate to sort out the different sizes of the resource. Then you'll be having preheated air and the combustion chamber here where the burning is taking place. Then basically the water will be converted to steam, which is given to the turbine here. Okay. So in the boiler, water will be converted to steam and it will be given in the turbine, given to the turbine, which will convert the thermal energy or heat in the steam into mechanical output, and the generator will convert the mechanical power to electricity. And you can have the condenser here and the feed water pumps to take back the condensed water back to the boiler, and you have the filter, the used in biomass, the combustion products will be passing through this filtration system, and there will be collection for ash, and the slag will be collected here after burning, and the fan will help the products, minute particles, to escape through the chimney to very at a very taller level through the chimney of the atmosphere, appropriate height of the atmosphere, so that the nearby living entities are not affected. Okay, so here the biomass is directly burned to produce heat, and that heat is used to convert water to steam that would be used in a power plant. So direct burning is known as incineration or direct combustion. So this is the relative energy content in different types of biomass resources. The raw materials, if it is wood, if it is green or air dried, oven dried, depending on that the energy content also differs. Different units it is given per ton and per meter cube. Then if you have the sugarcane residues, so you can have here the natural gas is having the highest energy content, whereas the least energy content in the case of the gas, fresh cut gas. Plus a municipal solid waste power plant. You can see here the municipal solid waste delivery and the storage bunker, and from which the various processes to sort out the different types of waste, and it will be given to the combustion chamber after sorting, and appropriate sizes will be taken to the combustion chamber, and the same procedure, slag removal, ash, everything is there. Then boiler is there. The heat produced will be given to the boiler, water will be converted to steam and given to the turbine, and the combustion products will be collected in the flue gas spraying and cleaning. This is a chamber. So there is a cyclonic chamber to sort out the different sizes of particles, and flue gas drying and cleaning system, bag filters, then finally the chimney with a fan. Disposal system. Okay. So this is a disposal circuit, this is a steam circuit, and this is a combustion circuit. So that is a very simple process, the direct combustion. The second process, pyrolysis, it is a destructive distillation. You know what distillation is, right? You have heard about the crude oil distillation. So pyrolysis is a destructive distillation of organic material through the application of intense indirect heat in the absence of oxygen. So please underline that. in the absence of oxygen or very little amount of oxygen. So waste material is reduced to synthetic gas, or it is known as syngas. In the beginning of the presentation, I have told you about this syngas, one of the intermediate products, okay, and non-hazardous carbon char via pyrolysis. So the waste material, if used as the raw material in pyrolysis, it could be converted to synthetic gas and non-hazardous carbon char by char and pyrolysis. So pyrolysis is a process of destructive distillation of organic material biomass through the application of indirect heat in the absence of oxygen. So it is not same as incineration. The absence of oxygen prevents the waste from burning. It is not at all getting burned. The biomass is not at all getting burned because there is no oxygen present. So unlike traditional incineration systems, the thermal recovery unit releases no harmful byproducts. Okay. So biochar only is the final product here, non-hazardous. So thermal recovery units releases no harmful byproducts or emissions, as in the case of incineration. In incineration, you know that there is harmful products which should be released to very high level in the atmosphere, otherwise it will affect the living creatures nearby. So in pyrolysis, there is no such harmful products to the atmosphere. So these are the criteria. Process of pyrolysis. The temperature is 500 to 1300 degrees Celsius, the pressure of 50 to 150 atmosphere, and the carefully controlled air supply. The oxygen should be absent. So up to 75% of biomass converted to liquid. So the final product is liquid fuel. Liquid fuel is 75% of the biomass will be converted to liquid, tested for use in engines, turbines and boilers. So this process, pyrolysis, will be producing, this process is tuned to produce liquid rather than charcoal. So the process is a controlled process. Then only we will get the required result. So low quality producer gas can be cleaned to remove CO2 and N2. Then the synthesis or syngas reacted as CH3OH with CO. So 2H2 plus CO will be giving the methanol, CH3OH, methyl alcohol. So liquid fuel will be obtained. Syngas is the intermediate product, and finally we will be getting the liquid fuel. So you can see the schematic diagram of pyrolysis here. So biomass raw material given to the pyrolysis chamber. Okay, the byproduct is char. The heat will be given and the vapors will be released from that, and it will undergo the condensation process. The gases will be given back to the chamber or heat exchanger as an input heat. The liquids, the products, will be used for power generation. So this is the final product in the pyrolysis. It's a liquid fuel. And I hope it is clear. So raw material is here. This is the final product. Syngas is the intermediate product. So coming to the third process, biomass gasification. So gasification is not same as pyrolysis. It is the process of converting organic matter into carbon char. Again, same as pyrolysis and syngas. Similar to pyrolysis. Through the process is different. Heating the matter to high temperatures in an oxygen reduced environment. So here oxygen is present. In the pyrolysis, the oxygen was absent, but here in the case of gasification, Oxygen is present but at a lower level. So gasification is achieved in a gasifier. So there is a separate device or a chamber known as gasifier is employed to convert biomass into fuels using gasification process. So the level of oxygen is reduced in such a way that the combustion will not happen at all. So if the burning is happen, that is a case of incineration. There will be byproducts, harmful products. So combustion is prevented by reducing the oxygen level to such a limit that the burning is not at all happening. So this particular reduction of oxygen results in the matter breaking down and releasing a volatile gas, synthetic gas. So biomass heated with reduced oxygen then gasifies to a mixture of carbon monoxide and hydrogen called syngas. H2 plus CO is called synthetic gas. It mixes easily with oxygen. And then that synthetic gas is burned in turbines to generate electricity. It is similar to natural gas. So this intermediate product, synthetic gas, could be converted to any other fuel. So this is the process. Simple block diagram you can see here. The solid biomass with air or reduced oxygen will be supplied to the gasifier, where the biomass will undergo the partial oxidation process. The product will be the gaseous fuel. In the case of pyrolysis, it was finally liquid fuel. Here you can get gaseous fuel. So that's the difference. If you want to get a gaseous fuel instead of liquid fuel, you have to adopt gasification process. So this is the chemistry behind the gasification. So conversion of solid fuels into combustible gas mixture called producer gas, CO plus H2 or synthetic gas plus CH4, methane, that is known as producer gas. So it involves partial conversion of biomass. So there are 4 distinct processes in the gasifier: drying of the biomass, second stage is pyrolysis itself, combustion and reduction. So you can see a gasifier here as well as the different zones. So biomass will be fed from the top. So you can see the shape of a gasifier. It is just like a converging, diverging nozzle kind of arrangement. So where the air is supplied to the neck of the gasifier, which is the combustion zone, and the gas will be released from the bottom. So biomass will be fed from the top where there is a drying zone, then it will undergo pyrolysis zone, that is there is no presence of oxygen, then air will be supplied with reduced oxygen, where combustion will be taking place in the throat of the gasifier, then reduction zone. The grate is there to remove ash and the gas will be released, synthetic gas will be released from the water. So the producer gas composition, depending on the raw material, if it is rice husk, you can see the calorific value is around 1000 and the nitrogen content will be high. In any case, the nitrogen content will be high, around 50% will be nitrogen. The key difference between pyrolysis and gasification, having discussed about pyrolysis and gasification, you can see here the gasification is achieved with a reduction of oxygen, reduced oxygen atmosphere in the case of gasification, but in pyrolysis, the sublimating the organic matter in the absence of oxygen. So what is sublimation? Direct conversion of solid to gas without undergoing the liquid stage. So this is an example of biomass gasifier of 8 megawatts electricity generation capacity. The raw material is wood chips. It's a combined cycle gas turbine power plant. So these are the applications There are two applications, power generation and thermal applications of biomass incineration, pyrolysis and gasification. So let us stop and we will continue with biochemical conversion in the next class, where we will be discussing about anaerobic digestion and fermentation. Then we have biodiesel production, trans esterification process.